Have you woken up, looked down, and felt like something just isn't working as it used to? If so, you're not alone. In fact, millions of men over 60 live this same reality every morning. But here's a truth almost no one tells you. Often, it's not just about the passage of time. The real enemy might be hidden in your arteries, blocking not only your heart but also that area which defines your virility. The same pathways that can fail in a heart attack can also be preventing blood from reaching where it's needed most. And though your body tries to send signals every day, most choose to ignore them. But the more time passes, the harder it becomes to regain lost ground. For over 3 decades, I've guided men who thought their best years were behind them. I've watched them regain their strength, their circulation, their energy, and most importantly, their confidence. Not with magic solutions or empty promises, but with proven medical strategies. I've personally treated thousands of patients who were in the same situation you might be facing now. And I want you to hear this clearly: what you're feeling isn't the end. It can, in fact, be a new beginning if you choose to act wisely and in time. There's a powerful truth most men never hear. Your body wants to heal, and mornings are its starting point. The first hour after waking can be your most powerful ally or your silent worst enemy. Depending on what you do in those first few minutes, you can either activate your circulation and support essential organs like your kidneys, or unknowingly begin to damage them. That's why today, I'm going to share 5 morning habits with you that have the power to naturally boost blood flow, protect your vascular health, and return an energy you might have thought was lost, all starting tomorrow morning. But this goes far beyond just being healthy. These small changes can help you think more clearly, move with agility, sleep deeply, and feel full of life again, like you haven't in years. So, stay with me, because shortly I'm going to show you exactly what you should drink upon waking, what you should avoid completely, and what microhabit can be the spark to reactivate the natural power that still lives within you, all before even your first sip of coffee. And before we start, make sure to hit that subscribe button and activate the bell. That way, you'll never miss one of these simple yet powerful scientific recommendations that can help you reclaim your circulation and reconnect with your best self. If you feel this message resonates with you, type a 1 in the comments. If not, type a 0. I read every response and use what you share to create increasingly useful content focused on what you truly need. Alright, let's begin with the first habit, and it's one most men tend to overlook right after waking. Before thinking about coffee or checking your phone, there's a simple action that can make a huge difference in how your blood flows, the state of your kidneys, and the energy level with which you face the rest of your day. It all starts with what you choose to drink when you open your eyes. So listen closely. The first thing you should give your body upon waking is a glass of warm water with lemon. Every morning, without exception, before looking at a screen, reading the news, or making coffee, I walk straight to the kitchen. I fill a glass with warm water and squeeze half a lemon. It seems like a simple, almost insignificant gesture, but that minute has a profound and powerful impact on my body, and it has had the same effect on many of my patients' lives. After sleeping between 6 and 8 hours, your body enters a state of mild dehydration. Your blood becomes thicker, circulation slows, and your kidneys, which have been working all night filtering toxins and waste, are crying out for support. That first glass of water not only quenches your thirst, it awakens your internal organs, improves blood fluidity, helps eliminate accumulated impurities, and sends a clear signal to your arteries that it's time to activate. But when you add lemon to that water, you take the benefit to a new level. Lemon is packed with citric acid and vitamin C, a perfect combination for men over 60 who want to protect their health from early on. First, it helps prevent the formation of calcium kidney stones, which become more common with age and can silently affect kidney function without you realizing it. Second, it strengthens the inner lining of your blood vessels, a layer called the endothelium. And that's vital because a strong endothelium keeps your arteries more elastic, more responsive, and ready to fulfill their function, carrying oxygen and life to every corner of your body. And there's a very clear reason why I recommend warm water instead of cold. When you drink water at room temperature or slightly warm, you're making your digestive system's job easier. Your body absorbs it faster, processes it more efficiently, and most importantly, that gentle warmth stimulates a slight expansion of the blood vessels, immediately improving circulation precisely in the most crucial minutes of the day, those following awakening. Many patients have told me how this simple habit transformed their mornings. They quickly noticed they felt more awake, with more energy, and less abdominal swelling. Some even said their digestion became more regular and that morning bowel movements became natural and effortless. Over time, many observed unexpected changes: clearer skin, cleaner urine, and even a more relaxed and consistent heart rate. And the best part is it's completely natural. No pills, no supplements, no side effects, just water and half a freshly squeezed lemon. But here's the key point: consistency is everything. This only works if you make it a daily ritual. It must be part of your routine before coffee, before supplements, even before your mind starts racing with the day's worries. If you do it with intention every morning, the benefits won't be long in appearing. And if you're currently doubting, thinking that something so simple can't truly improve your blood flow or support your kidneys, I want you to remember this: lasting transformations don't come from grand gestures, but from small actions repeated every day. Those are the ones that leave a lasting mark on your health. So, the next time you wake up, avoid rushing straight to iced coffee. Instead, start with what your body truly needs, because the way you begin your day determines how your blood will circulate for the next 16 hours. And speaking of habits that completely shape your day, the next one might surprise you. It has nothing to do with what you drink and everything to do with how you choose to move. The second habit is as powerful as it is simple: gentle morning movements. No intense routines, no high-impact exercises, no exhausting workouts. I remember a patient I treated a few years ago. He was 67, had been a marathon runner in his youth, and was proud to still go to the gym every morning at 6 a.m. He came to see me because he noticed his energy plummeted by mid-morning, and his creatinine levels, a key indicator of kidney health, were slowly but steadily rising. He told me sincerely, "Doctor, I'm doing everything right. I push myself, I sweat, I challenge myself." And then he asked, "Isn't this what I should be doing?" That was his legitimate question, but I needed to tell him the truth no one had told him yet. After 60, your body doesn't need more intensity. It needs more wisdom, more intention. Especially in the mornings, when your entire system is still waking up and your kidneys are coming off a whole night of silently filtering waste while you slept. If, in that state, you start the day with heavy workouts, long runs, or high-intensity routines, what you cause is accelerated muscle breakdown. And when that happens, more waste products are released into the blood, like creatinine, which is a natural byproduct of muscle use. The problem is, if your kidneys are already overloaded, that additional burden can make your entire system slower, especially blood flow, which becomes dense and less efficient precisely when you need energy most. Instead, what I recommend and what I practice every morning is gentle, conscious movement. You don't need more than 15 minutes. It can be a slow walk around the block, a little stretching on the balcony, or a few calm Tai Chi sequences in the living room. It's not about something spectacular, it's about sending a clear message to your body: I'm awake, I'm here, and I'm ready for this new day. These low-impact exercises have a powerful effect. They activate blood flow gradually, without causing sudden spikes. They allow oxygen to reach your tissues consistently, especially your brain and lower extremities. All without stressing your nervous system or dehydrating your body. And there's something else: they reduce levels of cortisol and other stress chemicals, which are silent enemies of good circulation. I remember perfectly when that patient came back to see me 3 months later. He had traded morning weights for gentle sunrise walks and resistance band exercises in the afternoon. His tests improved. His blood pressure became more stable. And he told me something I'll never forget: "Doctor, I stopped training like I was 30, and for the first time in years, I feel like a strong 67-year-old. That's exactly what we're looking for: strength with wisdom, energy without exhaustion. Moving not to punish the body, but to awaken it and bring it into tune with life. And now that your body is moving and blood is flowing freely, it's time for the next step. Go out and breathe the day's air, because the next habit not only lifts your spirits but also activates an essential biological switch that every man over 60 needs to turn on to restore his circulation from within. The third habit may seem simple, but it has profound power: dedicating 10 to 20 minutes to morning sunlight exposure. There's something ancient, almost instinctive, about stepping outside at dawn, when the world is still quiet, and letting the light touch your skin. It's a ritual I practice every day. As soon as I can, I go to the window, step onto the balcony, or simply sit in the garden with a cup of tea. Even if it's just 10 minutes, that sun-drenched stillness transforms my energy. It not only sets the emotional tone of my day, but also readjusts internal systems that regulate my circulation, stabilize my blood pressure, and allow my kidneys to function as they should. You see, when sunlight comes into contact with your skin, it activates your body's natural production of vitamin D. And while it's often discussed for its bone benefits, the truth is it's a key player in circulatory health, especially for older men. Vitamin D helps regulate the balance of calcium and phosphorus in the blood, promotes arterial elasticity, and plays a decisive role in blood pressure stability. When you don't have enough, your vessels become stiffer, the risk of blockages increases, and even your general energy begins to wane without you noticing. But that's not all. Morning sunlight also regulates your circadian rhythm, that internal biological clock that coordinates your body's most essential functions. When that clock is aligned, everything falls into place. Your kidneys filter better, your hormones balance, and your body enters a more efficient operating state. This balance helps manage pressure levels, metabolism, and even boosts testosterone production, which is fundamental for maintaining vitality in maturity. Many of my older patients who feel sluggish, anxious, or unmotivated at the start of the day don't realize that part of the problem is a lack of light exposure. If the body doesn't get enough morning sun, it interprets that it's still night, and that directly reflects in your blood flow, which remains slow, dimmed, as if you were still asleep inside. I once had a patient in his early 70s who decided to change a tiny detail in his routine. Instead of doing his crosswords at the kitchen table, he started doing them every morning on the patio under the sunlight. That small modification had an unexpected impact. It improved his sleep, his mood, and even his digestion. One day he told me with a smile, "I didn't expect much, but after 2 weeks, I just felt more alive." That's why I tell you, don't underestimate such a simple habit. You don't need a beach or a mountain hike. Just expose yourself to natural light, let it touch your skin, your face, and enter through your eyes. Without sunglasses, without windows in between, just you and the sky. 10 to 20 minutes is enough to activate the biological switch your body is waiting for. And if you live in a cloudy place or it's deep winter, a vitamin D supplement can help, but it doesn't replace the value of natural light, because it's not just about nutrients. It's about rhythm, balance, and reconnecting with the day from its very first minutes. And now that you've let the sun caress your body and your blood has begun to flow more freely, there's one last morning decision that can boost or sabotage your progress. And it's most likely right there in your kitchen. Let's talk about what you drink in the morning. The fourth habit is to swap coffee for a circulation-supporting herbal infusion. I know for many this sounds almost impossible, and I understand. I, too, love the aroma of coffee at the start of the day. There's something comforting in its warmth, in that routine of holding the cup while the world wakes up. For years, I thought I couldn't start my day without it. Like many of my patients, I believed that morning sip activated me. But over time, I noticed something. That same cup that once woke me up began to cause nervousness, a strange feeling of mental fog. And curiously, it left me more tired a few hours later. And most importantly, I started to see a very clear pattern among the men I treat daily. Although coffee isn't inherently harmful in small amounts, it can become a silent saboteur after 60, especially if you drink it as soon as you get up. It increases heart rate, dehydrates the body, and raises blood pressure. All of that before your kidneys have even fully started. For men who already have circulation challenges or elevated creatinine levels, that kind of morning stress is not only unnecessary, it can be detrimental. That's why I started exploring softer alternatives, and what I discovered completely transformed my morning routine. Carefully selected herbal infusions can not only replace coffee but also actively support circulation, strengthen kidney health, and elevate your energy levels without the crash that often comes after a dose of caffeine. Teas like ginger, hibiscus, nettle leaf, and even chamomile have anti-inflammatory properties, help regulate body fluids, and improve the elasticity of your arteries. They don't just stimulate, they also deeply nourish. One of my patients, an Army veteran in his late 60s, used to drink 3 cups of coffee before 9 a.m. Gradually, we reduced that amount to just 1 cup a day, and then we incorporated ginger and hibiscus infusions into his routine. Within weeks, his blood pressure improved significantly. He felt more balanced, less anxious, and confessed something that stuck with me: I hadn't realized how much that coffee drained me until I stopped needing it. Now, I'm not telling you to abandon coffee forever. If you truly enjoy it, you can keep a small cup, but drink it after you've hydrated your body and had a good breakfast, when your system is fully underway. Give your body time to prepare, and in the meantime, Try alternating with herbal infusions a couple of times a week. You might be surprised to notice how your mornings change. And once you have your morning drink under control, comes the last step, the one most men completely ignore. It's not about what you drink, or even how you move. It's about what you eat during those first hours of the day, because that first meal can begin to heal your arteries, or silently contribute to damaging them even further. The fifth habit is to choose a blood flow-friendly breakfast that is low in sodium, with moderate protein, and foods that support your cardiovascular system. I remember when I was in medical training, breakfast meant quick fuel, eggs, toast, sometimes a protein shake chugged in a hurry. I never questioned it. But as I got older, and especially as I began treating more men over 60, I started to notice a very clear pattern. That first meal of the day not only gave them energy, but it was also either preparing them for better blood flow or, without them knowing it, contributing to the silent wear and tear of their arteries. Many men believe that starting the day with a heavy load of protein like eggs, bacon, or sausages is the most masculine way to wake up the body. And while protein has its place, especially in maturity, consuming it in excess in the morning can end up being a burden on the kidneys, raising creatinine levels and forcing the body before it's ready. If you add the sodium from processed meats and the refined carbohydrates from industrial cereals or pancakes, the result is a perfect storm of inflammation, slow circulation, and pressure on the heart and arteries. When I sit down to talk with my patients, I always ask them, "What did you eat before 9 a.m.?" Most of the time, the answer falls into one of two extremes, too heavy or too empty. But the truth is, the best breakfasts to support circulation are the simplest, most balanced, and truly nutrient-rich. I recommend meals low in sodium, with moderate protein, high in fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fats. For example, cooked oatmeal with berries and chia seeds, or whole wheat toast with avocado, fresh tomato slices, and a touch of extra virgin olive oil. Even a smoothie made with almond milk, spinach, frozen berries, and flax seeds can become a powerful start to the day. I remember a patient in his 70s who made only that change. He gave up bacon and eggs and started having fruit smoothies with green vegetables and seeds for breakfast. Weeks later, he told me he felt lighter, with a clearer mind, and sustained energy throughout the afternoon. His blood pressure dropped, and he no longer carried that heavy feeling in his body that used to accompany him all morning. Breakfast isn't just a meal, it's a signal you give your body. It tells your kidneys how much effort they'll have to make. It tells your arteries how open or tense they should be, and it tells your brain how much energy it will have available to face the day. If you choose poorly, everything that follows is affected. But if you choose well, you'll notice the difference in how you think, how you move, and even how you sleep. Now that we've covered these 5 powerful morning habits, you might be wondering how to weave them all into a routine that truly lasts. Let me show you exactly how to transform these actions into a natural rhythm that your body can follow day after day. I've spent over 3 decades sitting across from men like you, husbands, veterans, grandfathers, men who once felt strong and stable and who today wonder why their bodies seem to be working against them. Again and again, I've seen the same transformation begin with something as simple as changing the way the day starts. If you're looking to improve your circulation, regain your energy, and feel more control over your health, the morning is where it all begins. We talked about 5 simple, natural, and science-backed habits. Drinking warm water with lemon to cleanse your system and activate kidney function. Choosing gentle movements instead of intense workouts that wear out your muscles and elevate your creatinine. Stepping out into the sun to boost your vitamin D, reset your biological clock, and support circulation. Swapping that first cup of coffee for an herbal infusion that hydrates and relaxes your arteries. And finally, having a breakfast that nourishes your body instead of overloading your kidneys. Something light, balanced, and full of nutrients that your heart and vessels love. These habits aren't difficult. What they require is intention. And when you layer them one upon another, morning after morning, the results go beyond the physical. They are emotional. Many men tell me they feel more lucid, more centered, more self-assured. They no longer dread facing the day, they look forward to it with enthusiasm. I know how easy it is to believe that decline is inevitable after 60, that slowing down is part of the deal. But I'm here to tell you, as someone who has walked this path with thousands of men, you have more power than you imagine. Start with the morning, master it, and everything else begins to change. Your energy, your rest, your intimacy, your strength. Because when your blood flows freely, so does your life. And if you're ready to take this to the next level, I have something else that can help you put it all into practice day after day. Let's take that next step together. If this video helped you in any way, please take a second to leave a like. It truly makes a difference and allows more men to find this information. Leave a comment below and tell me which of these habits you'll start tomorrow, or tell me what's already working in your routine. I read every message, and your story matters. And if you think this content could help a friend, a brother, or even your father, don't hesitate to share it. A simple click can change someone's day, or even their health, if they need it. Take good care, and I'll see you in the next one.